So this question right here is for my content creators out there that make content that have been grinding. Genuine question. Would you still be making content on whatever your genre, whatever your niche is, if you weren't being paid to do so? Now, for my people out there that is grinding to get monetized, would you be making content on that specific thing if it wasn't your best course to get monetized on YouTube or wherever you're creating content at? It's a pretty good question, honestly. And I'll answer for myself, but I'm looking for you guys' answers in the comment section because I think that's a question a lot of people, you really have to sit down and think about it. Damn, would I be making content on this if I wasn't getting paid? Legit. Now, me in specific, I am a content creator, usually playing combat sports games, but a lot of people don't know that I'm a actual gamer. Like I play other games outside of this. Street Fighter I can get on, right? That's another fight game. Okay, cool. Pryoxis can get on Call of Duty. Pryoxis can get on Gears of War. Pryoxis can get on Halo. You know what I mean? Simple as that, right? Even 2K, right? Basketball. And a lot of people think that when they see me play UFC or they'll see me play something outside of UFC and they'll see me do good, like, bro, you good at this? Yeah. Yeah. You don't know my background. Obviously you don't watch me for me, respectfully. You watch me to play UFC, and that's fine. I'm not mad at that. That's respectable. Because if you watch me, you know that I'm actually pretty good at video games. Nonetheless, pretty good at video games. So for my people out there, you're asking me this same question, right? Pryoxis, would you make content for UFC? Would you make content for Undisputed if you weren't getting paid? There's a straight up answer. And I probably would. Wanna know why? Because I have fun playing the games. Now, if you ask me this question, it'd be a little bit different. What other games would you like to make content on to be successful? That's a whole nother question. Nonetheless, you also have to look at this as a business standpoint when you're monetized. You got to do what's best for business. I understand that. You got to be logical, especially when you're doing it full time. You have to be logical. You can't go from uploading Roblox to uploading Fortnite. It's not something it's very rare that works out. You know what I mean? And what sucks for the combat sports community is the games. They're not up to par where they need to be at. It's 2025 and we don't have realistic movements within the UFC game. 2025, Undisputed has decent issues. Granted, it's their first game, but again, it's 2025. Technology is much more advanced. Certain things just can't happen. And those are things that are plaguing the combat games. Like, how many big streamers do you see playing these games? You'll catch a phase of them, maybe catch a moment of them playing it, but for the most part, they're not playing it. And it's not because they don't like the game. It's just it's not a great game. I'm not expecting these guys to play the game full time, but they play it much more if it was actually better. I mean, you know how many content creators were giving Undisputed a chance when it first dropped? Really pay attention. There were some big names playing Undisputed when it first dropped early access. It went number one when it dropped on the Steam downloads that day. That game went bonkers. Viewership was really high because people wanted to check out a boxing game. Boxing is a sport in which has been a thing for a very long time. The community of people have been starved of a boxing game for a very long time. So they were really interested in Undisputed when it dropped. But it dropped the ball. And we can say what it is, right? I'm realistic enough to understand when it comes to the art, the science of boxing. Undisputed dropped the ball. Respectfully. Right? UFC. They've had 5 chances now, 6 coming soon, to grasp some of these people that are really wanting to play an MMA game. I mean, truthfully speaking, we have to get away from this arcade shit, bro. Trying to mix arcade and sim just doesn't work. I'm not expecting a fully sim game because I do understand there has to be some arcade mechanics, but you can't try to, oh, I'm gonna mix the sim with the arcade. Nah. Make people have to learn the game. Oh, it's not gonna sell well. Okay, well, UFC 5 didn't sell well, and look what it was. It's too much like UFC 4. Give a big change. UFC 3 sold really well, right? Why? It was a big change in striking. Sometimes change is good. Shout out Kha'Zix. If you play League of Legends, you know who that is. But we need change. Give us full sim. Give it a try. If you don't want to give it a try, give it a game mode and see how many people play actual full sim. There's a reason why more people like Undisputed 3 than UFC 5. There's a reason why Undisputed 3 holds up in the world of combat sports games till this day after releasing in 2011? That should tell you something. That should tell you a lot. And that game really tried to capture the art of mixed martial arts. UFC 5 is capturing the art of eye candy. It wants to look flattering, but it doesn't play flattering. Undisputed captures the art of the eye because they pushed graphics really well. But when it came down to it, graphics got pulled back some. Now, granted, it does look crazy good on PC. It looks crazy good on PlayStation Pro. I don't have a PlayStation Pro, but I did see it on PC. I have a PC. And Undisputed just dialed back a lot of things when it came to physics once the game released, which takes away from the sim aspect of the game. I remember playing the early access. I threw a check left hook. If you don't know what that is, that's basically you stepping off the center line while throwing a left hook at the same time. Pivoting, essentially. And I evaded my opponent punch and hit him with a counter punch. It was so beautiful. I will never forget that moment. You can't do that anymore. A lot of physics things were taken out of the game. So that really just turns Undisputed into a 2D arcade mess. Granted, Undisputed is still fun to this day, and that's not me trying to cope and compensate for me talking about the game, because again, I will speak how I want about the game. If people don't like it, or if Undisputed does not like it, then that's not really my problem or their problem, because at the end of the day, everybody is entitled to an opinion, to your own opinion. But when I speak about the game with certain aspects, I speak with facts, right? And these facts were backed by the owner of the game, Ashby. Physics were dialed back due to desync, which is something, again, shouldn't be in the game. So we'll go back to my question. Would I make content on these games? You know how much better UFC and Undisputed games would be if they stopped holding people's hands and they made the game actually look like the actual sport? People are a fan of the sport because what the sport is. They're going to be a fan of the game if they know what the game is. I'll give you an example of a video game that does not hold your hand and is still popular to this day. And it goes by the name of Rainbow Six Siege. That game does not hold your hand. You don't get to respawn. You don't get to come back. Nope. There's no aim assist. Nope. You have to learn the game. And that is the beauty of learning. Too many game companies these days want to hold people's hands. Stop giving people chances. Remember playing Mario? You got the chances you got was you eat the mushroom, you get big. You get hit, you get small. You get hit again, you're cooked. Right? You play a game like Crash Bandicoot. You got you got him, you good. You lose him, boom. You get hit again, boom, you're dead. They're not holding your hand. Stop holding these people's hands. EA, Undisputed. Until then, these are the games we're gonna get. In Undisputed, you can get hit with a million counter punches. In UFC, you can be knocked down a million times just to get up and flash KO your opponent. I've never seen a man get knocked down in 6 times in 3 minutes. 6 times in 3 minutes. You do understand you're being knocked down 2 times per minute. And why I say 3 minutes is because in UFC 5, it is accelerated clock online, meaning that it is not actually 5 minutes, it's 3 minutes. So that's 2 times in 2 minutes. Again, stop holding people's hands in stamina. Stop holding people's hands in cardio. If you guys know what cardio is and you understand what hitting a bag is, I don't give a damn how good your cardio is. In 3 minutes, you're not throwing 140. If you do, you're going to be tired. You don't believe me? Go shadow box for 3 minutes and throw 140 punches. Oh, they're professional fighters. That does not be the case. Again, stop holding people's hands. Undisputed had a BPM system. I don't know what happened to the BPM system. It just got abandoned. So hopefully things change. But if you ask me, what games do I want, or what games would I want to play and make content on and be actually more successful on YouTube? I'll tell you something like 2K. I spend a lot of time playing it. I'll tell you something like Gears of War. I love that game. That game holds a great place in my heart. And a lot of y'all don't even know I play Gears of War. A lot of y'all don't even know I'm a movement demon. Look up Pryoxis and then Gears of War 3. I'll pop up. I'll pop up. Respectfully. That's my game. Matter of fact, when I end this right here, I'm going to get on some Gears. Not going to get on Gears 5. That game's ass. I mean, not Gears 5, but that new Gears, it's trash. But I'll get on Gears 5 for sure. Simple as that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys' time. Appreciate all you guys' efforts in supporting me. These type of videos of mine don't really get much traction or much viewership, but I do like talking to you guys, and I will continue talking to you guys more. That's that. All right. You guys stay up, y'all stay blessed, y'all keep moving forward, and I'll catch you on the next. All right. See ya.